Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see by the title, it is that time of the year again. It is the summer edition foundation hunt week. So basically for the next 7 days, I'll be testing out foundations that are better suited for the summer or just warmer weather if you are somewhere where it is warm year round. And I'm starting it off with a banger, not because I know how the foundation works or anything like that, but because this is the most inclusive we're gonna get this week. All right, this foundation comes in 30 shades, I believe, and every other day this week, I'm pretty sure, except for maybe 1 or 2 other days, all the other ones have a max of 5 or 8 shades. So I don't have to say it, you know, day after day after day. Just know this is the most inclusive we're going to get this week. So let me just get right into what that foundation is. So this is the Beauty Bakerie Cake Mix Demi Matte Foundation. This retails for $28 for 1 ounce. Like I said, this comes in 30, I believe it's 30 shades. They sent me 3, so let me see. They do have a chart on their website, which I'll insert right here. Did you get a good look at it? Pause the screen and then you can look at it. And from what that says, it says that I'm the shade 450 in Fenty, so I should be the shade 7, which is exactly what I pulled out here. This is the first shade that I opened, and that's the shade 7. So according to that chart, this is the shade that I should be. Also, looking at their shades, just know that it goes from darkest to lightest. So the darkest shade will actually be number 1, and the lightest shade will be, I guess, you know, shade 30. Let me pull out the other 2 shades though to see what they sent. So this is the shade 13 there. I'll swatch all of them or insert swatches of all of them or something like that. And this one is the shade 11. I feel like this cute ass packaging is just too much to overlook. Beauty Bakerie might just have like the best branding I've ever seen. Like the way they stick to this whole bakery theme is just adorable. But it opens up like that, and it's got the little, you know, facts like it would if this was actual cake mix. But let's see what facts it actually, you know, says about this. Our Cake Mix Foundation is a medium to full coverage Demi Matte Foundation infused with vitamin E, oil-free, and lightweight. Cake Mix Foundation lets you bake your cake without eating it too. Oh, they have directions on how to apply it. All right. So step 1, prep. Before you cake, you wake and bake. Prep your cake by massaging 1 to 3 drops of wake and bake face oil onto clean skin. Give it a minute or 2 to absorb, then go to mixing. Okay, well, I don't have that oil, so I'm just gonna use regular primer that I've been using. So let me do that first. All right, step 2, now that it's time for the main course, give it a shake before you cake. Apply a few drops of Cake Mix Foundation to the center of your face and blend outwards, gently tapping in the foundation, stippling, not rubbing, to avoid not so sweet streaks. Okay, I don't know, just after the concealer incident, I feel like anything that I try from Beauty Bakerie, I have to blend in as fast as I possibly can. Like, don't let it sit on your face or anything like that. Again, this is the shade 07. Okay, work in even smaller sections. I'm pretty sure this dries down quicker than the concealer, but it does blend better than the concealer, I can say that. It blended out pretty well on my face, except for this area right here, like just that one patch that does not want to blend in with the rest of the foundation. So for the other side of my face, I'm going to use their blending egg, I was about to say sponge, their blending egg, and look how big it gets after you wet it. Again, smaller sections on the other side of my face. So let's start out in that area of my mouth and nose, and now my forehead, and now the rest of my face. Yeah, so I would definitely suggest even smaller sections, you know, something like that, your forehead, side of your face, your mouth, nose area, because it does blend out better that way and easier too. Okay, so this is a blend out with a sponge, egg, and this is the blend out with a brush. Now what does it say? Bake, set yourself up for success with our flour setting powder that locks your foundation in place for an ultra matte finish. Bake for a minute by pressing flour into skin with a blending egg, then sweep off with a fluffy brush, and voila. So fresh, so long, fine lines. Hello, gorgeous cake face. All right, I do have their flour setting powder, but I have it in translucent. I don't have the actual skin tone powder anymore. So I wouldn't set my entire face with this, so I'm trying to think if I should do that for this video. I mean, it is translucent. So I guess I'm gonna bake the areas of my face that I would normally bake if I was doing my makeup, and then for the other areas just like lightly dust the powder on there, because I would not set my entire face with translucent setting powder. I actually really like that sponge. I don't know, something about it feels different than most other blending type sponges. I need to look up what it's made out of, but I like it. I'm just gonna brush this off my face now. So there's my face set with powder and not set with powder. My fingers have swatches all over them. I did swatch the 3 that they sent me. So here is 07, which is what's on my face. In the middle is the shade 11, and then on the end there, wherever my finger is pointing, is the shade 13. It is currently, let's see here, 11:11, make a wish. I'm gonna go about my day and then come back later so you can see how my face held up and give my thoughts on this foundation. So I am back and it is now 6:03 and this is what my face is looking like. I really have to say I'm not surprised with how my face is looking right now. I feel even before I left for the day, when I finished with powder, the side that I did set with powder had a matte finish to it. You know, that full side looked matte, and the side that I did not set with powder had what this foundation claimed it was going to have, a Demi matte finish. And hours later, the side that I did set with powder is still pretty matte. It's been, what, 7 hours or something like that? I don't know. It's been somewhere around there. That face is still pretty matte. If anything, I'm like just starting to show oil on this side of my face, while the side that I did not set with powder, the part of the Demi matte that's not matte, that's what this side is starting to look like. And I certainly feel like using that powder that I used, the flour setting powder, which is also from Bakerie, is another reason why my face is still this matte on that side of my face. There's a reason why it's the powder I've been using to set my concealer area, because 1, it'll keep your face pretty matte there, and 2, I don't know, you know, it might just be me, let me know in the comments, but I feel like the creasing is a little bit worse. I mean, it's not like horrible on this side, but I feel like my creasing is a little bit worse on this side of my face than it is this side. That's really why I've been using this powder for my under eye area, because I feel like it really combats creasing on your face. So the foundation and this powder together, you know, I'm wondering how like other typical setting powders that we would use, especially ones that we use for like all over the face setting powder, would do when it comes to how matte and oil free your face is going to stay. But those two together is looking like a nice combination. Let's see, what else did this foundation claim? Medium to full coverage, Demi matte, oil free, lightweight, smudge free. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I would say this is a medium to full coverage foundation. You'll certainly get more coverage with a brush. It definitely did sheer out the foundation using the sponge that they sent along with the foundation, but with a brush you can certainly get full coverage with this foundation. Would I suggest, you know, building a whole bunch of layers with this? Probably not. And you know, once we get into like the actual application, you'll probably realize like why this is not something that you really just want to, you know, just pile the layers on there. But if that is something that you like, somewhere in between, you know, medium to full coverage, depending on what type of tool you use, a brush or a sponge, you can certainly get that with this foundation. Now, you know, moving on to that application there, I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting to have a horrible time with the application, just because of, one, how it wouldn't be me if I didn't drop something in a video. Just because of the way that it went with the concealer. If you have not seen that video, I'll leave that right here for you to go check out. Yeah, I had to start all over in that video just because, you know, I was not prepared for that. You know, I tried putting it on my entire face at the same time. And two, from what I had seen, like little snippets I had seen on Twitter and stuff like that. I've told you guys I don't like watching other people's videos when I know for a fact I'm going to review something. But some people were saying, you know, like put this on in sections, you know, it's a little hard to blend out. So I was expecting it to be on that level of headache with that concealer, but I honestly was surprised that at least I didn't feel like blending this out was that bad. Like with the concealer, literally, like you would try, whether it was a brush or a sponge, you would try, you know, like patting it in, rubbing it in, whatever type of way you were trying to apply it on your face, and the product was literally lifting off your face. Like you would, you know, try stippling it in with a brush or whatever, and while you're trying to apply it onto your face, when you pick the brush back up, like not only is the concealer on the brush, it's no longer on your face. So that's what I was expecting with this, but really just, you know, applying it in sections and, you know, stippling it in. It does say like not to, you know, rub it in or anything like that, which you should not do. I didn't feel like it was that hard of a blend out. It was certainly easier to blend this foundation out compared to the concealer. However, it is still annoying that, you know, this thing dries down. I don't know what to compare the speed of how this thing dries down on your face. Literally, I usually put foundations on the back of my hand and then, you know, apply to my face as needed. It was drying down on my hand before I could go back into it. So that could lead to, you know, using more product or having to pump out more product because it's like dried down on the back of your hand, and taking you longer to apply your foundation because you have to do it in sections. Like, do not, you know, put foundation all over your face, which is what I'm accustomed to. So I need to realize that moving forward with Beauty Bakerie, that I guess I can't do that with any of their products. You know, you got to do it in little sections, which it's a little high maintenance. You know, no one wants to have to go through all of that just to put a product on. But I'm learning that I guess that's just what Beauty Bakerie bases itself on. Literally everything from their lip whips to the concealer to the foundations, everything, to the powder. That's what this brand is focusing on, that their products are going to be very, you know, long lasting. Like once you put it on, it's not going to budge. And I've told you guys how I feel about those lip whips. I still wear them because the colors are gorgeous, but my mouth can just not take the dryness that they cause because of just how once you put them on, they're just stuck to your face. Same thing with the concealer. You know, it was a pain to blend out on your face, but once you put it on your face, like that concealer isn't budging anywhere. Same thing for the foundation. Now I do have to say it said smudge proof. The side that is set with powder certainly is smudge proof. You know, you can hug someone, all that other stuff, it's not coming off on them. But the side that is not set, you know, all that, the side that's got all that oil going on there, I don't know why I'm waving this around like I'm a school teacher. That side definitely, you know, there's some smudging. It's coming off a little bit. You know, maybe it's because it's that whole Demi matte when literally everything else, like the lipsticks, are just like matte products. But so I'm seeing a theme here with this brand, and I understand the point, and it can be beneficial. Even their like brow gel, which I do use to fill in my brows, like all of their products are not going to go anywhere, they're not going to budge, and I get it. Like that's usually what everyone's complaining about. Oh, you know, like I put my makeup on and hours later it's smudged off my face, or you know, my lipstick, it's bleeding or anything like that. So I get it, but there has to be like some type of balance in there, you know, like whatever products you're putting in these products, just like a smidge less of it, because as much as people want long lasting and, you know, that lasting power, they don't want to trade in, you know, how comfortable they are throughout the day or how long it takes them to put these products on their face. As far as the shade goes, I definitely feel like I could, you know, lighten my face up a little bit if I just used a brighter concealer, but I kind of feel like, you know, this foundation's just a smidge, a little too dark for me there. You know, it's pulling kind of red on me, which kind of doesn't surprise me since early in the video I did say that the chart says, you know, if your Fenty shade is this, then that's what your shade will be in this foundation. And I've said before with the Fenty foundation that it is a little too red for me. So, you know, I guess if your Fenty shade is your exact shade, then, you know, these comparisons will be true, because I'm having the same issues here with this shade and that one. But out of the other two shades that they sent me, I'm not sure how. Something about 13 is pulling a little gray for me. I'm not sure if you guys noticed that in the swatches earlier. Am I really about to wipe off some of this so I can try swatching the other two? Why not? Okay, so I still have 7 on this side of my face. So this is 11. We're just gonna, ooh. Do remember that I said the higher you go in numbers, the lighter the shade is going to be. So let's see how, oh God. You see how that low-key is already drying on my face, and it's literally only been like seconds since I dabbed it on there. So that is 13 there on my face. Do you see what I mean when I said earlier I kind of got gray vibes to the undertone? I feel like this was an attempt at a neutral undertone, but it's kind of, oh, I don't know why I'm talking like this thing isn't going to dry down on my face. Actually, I was clowning at first, but now, is it the light? Let me know in the comments down below. This is 7 here on my face. This is 13 in this area, and then that is 11 over here by my jaw there. Let me know in the comments. I don't know, I'm not hating 13. I'm gonna have to try like 13 on my face, you know, not in this type of situation. I'll do like, I don't know, I'll do some type of video where I can test that out on my entire face there. So that's where I stand on the color selection there. I mean, at least, again, it's always better when you have other options that you can look into if you actually like the formula of a foundation. And as far as if I like the formula of this foundation or not, I think this will be a good foundation for summer. And even just now, I don't really feel like this gave me an issue blending it out. I just know that, you know, I can't be sitting there chatting. I need to blend it out quickly on my face, but at least it does blend out, unlike the concealer. So I feel like this could be a good foundation for the summer. You know, it is gonna stay there once you lock it in with, you know, your powder and all that other stuff. I gotta work on that whole, you know, finding a shade there for me, but I could definitely see myself using this again. Certainly not the concealer. So my thoughts on this foundation, I feel like it's just an okay foundation. There are too many yeses about it and too many no's about it for me to be flat out like, yes, this is great, or no, I don't like this. I really feel like it's just if I come across it one day when I'm doing my makeup, I'll probably pick it up or something like that. Now just even, you know, when I took the makeup wipe and removed that side and applied this 2 new foundations on my face, I still feel like I didn't have any problems blending it out. It blended out pretty easily, just gotta, you know, work quick. And, you know, once you set it and lock it in with your powder and all that stuff, at least you can know it's going to last throughout the day. But I do feel like it's kind of emphasizing my pores right here in this area. Well, that one too, before I wiped it away earlier. After a couple hours, and I'm not that crazy on the finish, you know. I'm not really that crazy about Demi matte finishes to begin with, but I'm not that crazy about the finish, so that's why I'm just like, I feel like, you know, you could get it and you can like it, or you could get it and you could hate it. And I know like that doesn't really help you in deciding whether or not you want to get it, but you just have to realize or listen to the things that, you know, I said were pros and things that I said are cons, and think, are those your pros or those your cons, and really figure out, you know, if that's something that you want to try. I'm definitely going to give this shade 13 another chance, and look at the other shades, because there is, what, 6 other shades in between 7 and 16. It's been a while since your girl's been in school. Between 7 and 13. So there are other shades for me to check out, and that is pretty much it. Oh wait, no, let me go ahead and insert that flash test right here, and that is pretty much it for this video. So I hope seeing this foundation on my face has helped. If you were thinking of whether or not you want to try this foundation out for yourself, make sure to thumbs up, comment, and subscribe down below. There's one little flick of green glitter that's just stuck right here that keeps reflecting off my lights, and it's irritating me. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Yeah, this thing is already drying on my face, and I literally tried going in as soon as I put it down. Watch this foundation not come off my face. I don't know how to feel about this 13 shade. It's 12 looking like. No. Yeah. I keep forgetting like which direction these shades are going in, so I want to go darker, but I keep going to like lower numbers. No, yeah. Yeah. I want to shade, wait, if I want to shade darker than 13, I would have to go to 12.